Focus on Dexter. Yeah, look at that cat ready to go. Hello, Timothy Allen. Welcome to class today. Say hello, Dexy. Hello. Oh, look at you. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Madison. I wonder if song yoga is a thing and you would just sing your way through class, like, and now to downward dog. No, that's a really bad idea and I regret saying it. We're not doing that. All right, we've got a couple minutes until we start. Hopefully the sun goes behind a cloud here soon because I am blinded. You get those cleans in on my mat now, Dex, because I will be taking you off shortly. Please no down dog. We do not have too much down dog today, not as much as normal. I love a good down dog, but today we are doing yin yang, and I have to adjust this camera because you cannot see my head, which is pretty impractical. Excellent. There we go. Awesome. So we're going to start in about 2 minutes. If you have 2 blocks, stick those by the top of your mat because they will come in handy. Today we're doing a yin yang class. So the first 20 minutes of the class will be yin postures, so we'll hold the postures for 2 to 4 minutes. And blocks are really awesome to have when you're doing yin to bring the ground a little closer to you and make it a little more comfortable. And then we'll go into some gentle movement for the following 20 minutes. I have some fun grounded sequences that we're going to go through. And then we Shavasana, and then we're done. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Oops. And we will get started in 1 minute. 17% phone battery, that's not very much. That's pretty low battery. Then I guess we better get started. It's 7 o'clock and we are trying to make it through so Timothy's phone battery doesn't die. All right, Dexy, excuse me. We're starting class. You can sit right there. All right, welcome everybody. My name is Rachel and welcome to Beginner's Flow live stream. I'm being blinded by the sun, but we're here every second week to do a 45-minute beginner's flow. And today we're doing yin yang. So we're going to start in a child's pose today. So we'll come down to a tabletop position on all fours, hands and knees. Take the toes together, knees wide, sit the hips back, and reach the arms forward. You can let the forehead melt down to the mat, or you can grab a block and stick that underneath your forehead for a little elevation. Great, we're going to start in our child's pose. We'll spend a couple minutes here. Taking some nice deep breaths. Feeling the belly expand and relax. Awesome. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, let's empty all of that air out of there. Nice big exhale. And we'll take an inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Try to let the breath find a natural, comfortable rhythm. Awesome. Keep breathing here. If you're craving a little more movement while you're in your child's pose, you can gently roll the forehead left and right. I find that I can get a little bit restless during yin postures, so I like to find little tiny movements. We're here for 1 more minute. Awesome. Take 2 more breaths in this child's pose. One last inhale here. And let's grip into those fingers, pull you up out of that child's pose. Whew, we were down there for a while. Great. Realign those legs to a tabletop position. You can give the hips a little wiggle after being in that child's pose for so long. And then we'll gently shift forward so shoulders come past the wrists. Bend into the elbows and lower all the way to the ground. Once you get to the ground, pressing into the tops of the feet, hands come underneath the shoulders, squeeze the glutes, and with an inhale, we'll gently reach the heart space forward, finding a baby cobra. And then we'll place the forearms on the mat, coming into a Sphinx pose. So elbows are going to be directly under the shoulders. Roll those shoulders away from the ears so the shoulder blades are pulling together and down the back. Lots of space in our collarbone and neck area, and the gaze is straight ahead. I love Sphinx. Such a nice pose. And continuing to take some nice deep breaths here. And if you want to add any gentle movement in here, I love doing neck rolls in my Sphinx pose. Taking my right ear to right shoulder, rolling chin towards chest, letting the head hang heavy. And then taking left ear to left shoulder. And taking those big half circles, pausing anywhere that feels like it needs it. Awesome, we're here in our Sphinx for one more minute. If you're craving a little bit of a deeper back bend here, you can press into the hands to lift the elbows up off the mat. Keep those glutes squeezing so you protect through the low back. Keep pressing into the tops of the feet. And the gaze is still going to be straight ahead. One more big breath in here. Exhale to lower those elbows down if they're lifted. We'll bring the forehead all the way back down to the ground. Tuck the toes, hands are underneath the shoulders, and we'll press ourselves up to a tabletop position. Awesome. Well, once you're here, let's pick this right leg up, step it to the outside of the right hand, coming into a lizard lunge. So you can grab onto your blocks here, bring those underneath your hands if you like. You can also take your forearms to the blocks. The hips are going to dip down and the heart space is going to reach forward here. Nice deep hip opener. My hips are sore. I had a really busy weekend. A very physically demanding weekend. So yin yang is perfect today. So yeah, you can stay up on your hands here, or if you're feeling a little deeper, you can take those forearms down to the ground or blocks. Whatever feels good for you right now. We're here for 30 more seconds. All right, take one more breath in. With an exhale, let's step this right leg back to our tabletop position. Give it a little shake. And then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, going right into the other side here. Into your lizard lunge, and all of your same hand options apply. Hands can be on the ground. Hands can be on blocks. Or if you're feeling a little deeper, you can bring your forearms down to blocks or forearms down to the mat. And I wish the cats were out here. I wish a cat was out here hanging out with me. One of the best things about doing yin is that you can just pet a cat next to you the whole time. Well, I hope you guys have pets. Alice usually makes her way around here, but she's normally around when it's either inconvenient or during Shavasana. She loves a good Shavasana. All right, we've got 1 more minute in this lunge. And our last 30 seconds. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Feeling those hips sink down, hip flexor opening. All right, let's slowly step our way out of this. Oof, stepping that left leg back towards your tabletop position. I like to bump my hips a little side to side, shake it off. And then we'll sit off to one side and bring the legs in front. We're gonna come into a Baddha Konasana butterfly stretch. So bottoms of the feet are gonna come together. Knees are wide. We'll sit up nice and tall. And then exhale to hinge forward and take it into a fold. So blocks can have a few options here. You can take blocks to the outsides of the feet to take your forearms to, or you can take the feet a little further away, stack your blocks behind the heels, and bring your forehead here. So however you want to hang out for the next couple minutes in your Baddha Konasana, block or no block. We're just going to spend 30 more seconds in this pose. One more breath in here. With an exhale, let's roll ourselves back up to a nice tall seat. Let's take the legs into a crisscross applesauce position. Right hand is going to plant by the right side body. And with an exhale, take the left arm up along the ear, side body stretch over to the right. And if it feels accessible, you can bring your your forearm down to the ground or stick a block under there. We love blocks. We won't be here too long. We're just spending 1 minute in this side body stretch, breathing lots of space into that left side. All right, with the next inhale, let's bring it back up and go right into the other side. Left hand by left side body. Exhale, take the right arm up along the ear, big side body stretch to the left. And just like the other side, forearm can come down to a block or to the ground if that's accessible, or you can stay up on your hand. Something for everyone. All right, one more breath in and out. With an inhale, let's bring it back up, nice tall seat. All right, hands are gonna come to the shins. With an inhale, let's reach the heart space forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down the back. Exhale, keep holding onto those shins as you round the spine and contract chin to chest. Going into some seated cat-cows as we work our way into the second half of class. Our yin postures are complete. If you want to take a little more exploratory movement in these cat-cows, feel free. You can take the ribs in a big circle. Or you can go side to side, whatever feels good for your body. If you're taking them in a circle though, let's switch directions. We'll spend about 10 more seconds here and then we're going to meet in a nice tall neutral spine. And with the next inhale, let's take those arms up overhead. Exhale to twist to the right. Left hand is going to find the right thigh. Right hand comes behind. Gaze comes over the right shoulder. Gosh, I forgot to turn my other lights on. No wonder it looks so dark in here. Oh, hello, Forza Life. We are doing yin yang today. All right, with the next inhale, let's take the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand finds the left thigh, left hand behind, gazing over the shoulder. All right, with an inhale, let's take it back to center. We're gonna make our way to a tabletop position. You can roll forward over these shins or tuck your legs off to one side. Come to your all fours, hands and knees. Tuck those toes. And I'm sorry, Timothy, but we're taking the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Once you arrive here, find a little movement, pedaling out through the feet. You can move the hips side to side. You can flip to the tops of one foot, the tops of the other foot. But while you're here, think about pressing equally through the hands and the feet, pulling the low ribs in, bending the knees as much as you need to lengthen through the spine. We've got 3 breaths here. And then we'll take a nice slow walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Feet are going to be hip width distance and parallel. Once you arrive at the top, With an inhale, we'll find a halfway lift, finding a nice long spine, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Hands can come to the shins, to the thighs, or to your blocks. Exhale to round and fold. Softening into the knees. Let's inhale, roll it up to standing. Sweep the arms overhead at the top. And with an exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Arms are going to open to a T to the right side of the room. Let's try and keep the hips bumping forward so they're not opening as well. Inhale, take both arms back up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Arms open to a T to the left side of the room. Keep that left hip bumping forward, just like the other side. And inhale, take it back to center. Arms reach up overhead. With an exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, take it down. Inhale to find a halfway lift here, coming to a nice long spine. And exhale, we're going to plant the hands, step it back to a plank. And then right away here, we're going to lower all the way down to the ground. Bend into the elbows. Flipping onto the tops of the feet here, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale to find a baby cobra. And then we'll place the forearms on the ground, finding our Sphinx posture. We're back. Awesome. So we're going to take this into a fun grounded sequence and get into some leg stretchies. So let's take this right arm, pick it up. Bring the hand behind the left elbow. Grip into that right hand as we roll onto the right side body. All the way onto your back. And then extend that left leg up to the sky. Ooh, why is this hardwood floor so cold? So left leg is pointed up to the sky. Point through that toe. If you like, you can plant the right foot, or you can have it extended long for a bit more of an intense stretch. Hands can come to the thighs, the calf, the foot, or you could even bring a strap around that foot if you like. Awesome. Take another breath in here. Exhale, flex into that left foot. Bring those toes towards your face. And let's repoint. And one more time, find that flex. Awesome. We're going to bend into this left knee, bring it towards the outside of the torso. Left hand, grab the pant leg, big toe or outer edge of the foot as we come into a half happy baby. One more breath in here. And with an exhale, release the grip on that left leg, send it back up towards the sky, and then we're going to let this left leg fall across our bodies towards the right. And let the weight of it roll you back onto the right side body until you roll all the way around. And you can plant your hands, press yourself up to a tabletop with this left leg extended long. Awesome. Once you get all situated here, do any little adjustments you need. We'll take this into some cat-cows. If you've been to any of my classes before, you know I love these. They really get into the inner thigh. So with an inhale, reach the heart space forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down the back. Exhale to round the spine and contract chin to chest. Once more, inhale, take it forward. Exhale, round. And we'll take it back to a neutral spine. We'll pick this left leg up, sweep it all the way behind you and to the right. Touch the toe to the ground and take the gaze over the right shoulder. Nice little left side body stretch. Great, take one more inhale here. Exhale, step this left leg back into your tabletop position. Tuck those toes, take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breath in here. And breath out. Inhale, take it up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the top of the mat. Inhale to step it forward, coming right to your halfway lift. And exhaling to fold. Softening into the knees, we'll roll it up to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, take it right back down. Inhale to find a halfway lift here. Exhale to fold, bend the knees as much as you need to plant those hands, step it back to a plank, and then we'll lower all the way down to the ground. Awesome. Flip onto the tops of those feet, hands under the shoulders. Inhale up, baby cobra. And then take the forearms to the ground, Sphinx pose. Setting up for the other side. So this time, left hand picks up, comes behind the right elbow. Grip into that left hand as you roll onto the left side body until you get all the way onto your back and extend the right leg up to the sky. Left foot can be planted or extended long, and hands can grab thighs, calf, foot, or you could take a strap around that foot if you like. Pointing through the right toe. And then we'll flex into that right foot. Try to get those toes pointing towards your face. And let's repoint. And find a flex once more. From here, we're going to bend into that right knee, bring it towards the outside of the torso. Right hand can grab pant leg, big toe, or outer edge of the foot, coming into our half happy baby. Awesome. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, release the grip on that right leg, send it up towards the sky, and then we're going to let it fall across the body towards the left, letting the weight of it roll you onto the left side until you go all the way around and you can press yourself back up to a tabletop, this time with the right leg extended. Awesome. Do any little adjustments you need, and then we'll go right into our cat-cows. Inhaling to reach the heart space forward. Exhaling to round the spine and contract. One more like that. Inhale it forward. And exhale to round. And then we'll take it back to a neutral spine. Pick this right leg up, sweep it all the way behind you and over to the left. Touch the toe to the ground and take the gaze over your left shoulder for a stretch into the right side body. This is one of my favorite stretches. Awesome. One more breath in here. And with an exhale, step the right foot back into your tabletop position. Let's tuck those toes, sit it back on the heels, coming into a broken toe pose. Ooh, my calves are tight today. Awesome. Let's take a little wrist stretch here while man, I totally lost that train of thought. Let's do some little wrist stretches and neck stretches here. With an inhale, take those hands to heart center. Exhale, interlace the fingers, press the palms away around the spine, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, take it up overhead, keep that interlace. Exhale, release. Let's circle out the wrists all the way down like you're wiping out a giant bowl. What would your bowl be full of? Soup? Ice cream? All right, one more round. Inhale, take the hands to heart center. Exhale, interlace, press the palms away. Inhale, take it up overhead. Exhale, release, circle the wrists in the opposite direction. Great. We're going to take this into a little neck stretch. If these feet are driving you crazy, you can untuck the toes and sit on the heels. But I love broken toe pose and I could stay here all day. We're going to take the hands behind the back. I'm going to turn so you can see me. We're going to interlace the fingers. So we have this fist. We're going to take this fist and bring it over to your left side. This left elbow might be winging out. We'll squeeze it in. And then we're going to knock left ear to left shoulder. So this really helps anchor down through the right shoulder to help you get nice and into that neck, which I desperately need. Take 2 more breaths here. Then we'll gently bring the head back to neutral. Take this fist, sweep it all the way over to the right side body. Squeeze that right elbow in. And then we knock right ear to right shoulder. Two more breaths here. And then the head can gently come back to a neutral position. You can undo those fingers, come back forward towards your tabletop, sit off to one side, and we'll bring the feet in front of you. Plant the feet a little wider than hip width distance. Hands can come just behind, and we'll windshield wipe the legs side to side, letting one leg chase the other. And if you like, you can also take these windshield wipers from hands at heart center. It's a little bit more core and hip work. So wherever you're at today, I'm quite sore, so my hands are coming behind. All right. Let's bring those bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. One more Baddha Konasana, because I love it. Hands come to the ankles. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, let's hinge forward with a flat spine here. Once you've gone as far as you can with the flat back, pause for a breath in. And then exhale, let the spine round and fold. One more like that. Inhale, bring it up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward, flat spine. Pause for a breath in. Exhale to round and fold. And we'll roll it back up to a seat one last time here. Hands can come to the outside of the thighs. So we gently close the legs, send them long, and we'll take a nice roll down onto our backs. Once you get to the ground, knees can hug up towards the chest. Take them wide, and we'll show the bottoms of the feet to the sky for a happy baby, reaching up to grab a pant leg, big toes, or outer edges of the feet. And while you're here, you can gently rock side to side if you like. This is awesome on the low back. Or you can play with extending a leg or extending through both legs. We'll take a couple breaths here. Kitty. Keys and parrots. I'm reading the chat out loud. There is a cat in this room with me. Well, unfortunately, it is in the litter box that is behind me. Well, I wore this top that I thought was cute, but like the straps are just now digging into my back. It's okay. Take one more breath here. And then we can gently release the grip on those feet. Send them long as we settle into our final pose for today, Shavasana. You can let the arms fall wherever they're comfortable. And take some deep breaths here, feeling the body sink into the mat. Something I like to do while I'm settling into a Shavasana is kind of scan up my body slowly, trying to notice any points of tension. And if I find one, giving it like a little wiggle to try to help relax it. So starting from the toes and slowly working up. So you can feel free to do that as you spend a few moments here. right. With the next inhale, you can blink the eyes open if they're closed. Take a big stretch overhead. Wiggle through the fingers and the toes. And then rolling off to whatever side feels more comfortable in your own time, no rush. And you can use the opposite hand to press you up to a seat. And thank you for joining me today for Beginner's Flow Yin Yang edition. We'll be back here again in 2 weeks with another Beginner's live stream on Monday night, 7 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time. And if you want to move with me more or support me making content on here, my Patreon is linked down below, and I've launched 2 new tiers for September. One is recordings only, which gives you access to all live classes after they happen. So the recordings are all posted the next day. So this is a slightly cheaper option. And then we have Live Alive, which is access to all recordings and all live classes. We do 2 to 3 live classes a week. And there's also a tip jar on there if you just want to support but not participate in any of the Patreon classes. So that's all linked down below. Thank you for joining me today. I'm gonna take a peek in the chat here. It's so far away when I'm like way back there. You are welcome, Taylor Thane. I wish I had a cat to show you guys. What the fuck? I don't know if I can swear on here, on YouTube. What's up with this? Where are they? Oh! Get out of here, Alice. Oh, there we go. Thanks for coming today, guys. She's surprisingly chill with this. There we go. Oh my gosh, Taylor brought cats. Pass me that boy. We've got one more. One more. Say hello, Dexter. Come on, get your 5 minutes of fame. Here, bud. All right. What a good cat. All right, I'm gonna sign off now and go eat a burrito. So I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.